high-quality craftsmanship and auto body repairs for over 38 years, Saugus Autocraft is the only choice on the North Shore. If you've been in an accident, minor or major, drop it off with a dented bumper or a smashed-in door, and when you pick it up, it will look like it came off the showroom floor. Mention this ad and get $25 off for work over $250 with a 100% guarantee on repairs. Time to make the easy choice. Call Saugus Autocraft today at 781-586-8781.
Monday Night Live, welcome to the show. I'm Carlo, Mr. Monday. We got a badass comedian here tonight, Zenobia.
Yeah!
And we got the one and only John Fiore, my paisan.
I just blew in from the coast.
Did you really?
Yeah, Revere Beach.
Really? Nice.
Kelly's, I had a nice fucking clam plate. But anyway.
Listen, if you don't know this guy, Google him, will you please? Find out who he is.
You Google me. You'll see.
How's your health?
My health is okay. You know, I had some, we call, you've heard female problems?
Yeah.
I had man problems down that region.
What happened?
There. I got my thing, basically, I got to set up in a banana hammock. Because it needs to rest.
You have a cast on your thing?
Well, no, but it has to rest. So you got to kind of like attach it and it rests comfortably on the thigh, the inner thigh, the right thigh.
What
you must know.
Would you get kicked there or something? What happened?
Yeah, I fell off a horse. Yeah. Then the fucking horse gave me a boot like a donkey, right in the nuts, and that hurts a lot, you know. So.
But you're doing better.
I had it. Yeah, I'm doing better. I buy some what they call, I guess it's called incontinence products, diapers, pads.
Right.
Is it true that the horse kicked you off because it was jealous of the size of your cock?
I kicked him in the balls because he wasn't moving. You know, like a giddy up. I started fucking hitting it like this here. I kicked him right in the fucking balls. He still wouldn't move. Then he bucked me off. He kicks me in the balls. And it was over. He won.
Klesky, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing pretty damn good. You want to get into Miss Monday this week?
Who is Miss Monday this week?
Miss Monday this week is Maxie from Boston. She's a celebrity makeup artist specializing in bridal, TV, film, editorial, runway makeup. This girl does everything. She also loves Mondays. And as always, Miss Monday this week is brought to you by John's Roast Beef, Seafood Tacos and Salads. Come on down to John's Roast Beef. Call 781-595-6105. And how about Maxie, huh?
I think she did Tasso's makeup. Hey, so what do you guys think about Gronk retiring?
Hey, God bless him. Good luck to him.
I'm a little
29
sad.
years old, 30 years old.
I don't know enough. Like, do you think that he's like valuable for another year? Is it worth having him? Is he just a threat on the line just to have to cover him?
He has one more year in him.
I think he could possibly come back mid-season. They're talking about that already. And if he doesn't,
That seems a very Belichick thing to do, right? To pretend that he's not in it, and
what
then
about me?
I don't
He's
know.
retiring. What about me?
That's true.
What about me?
He's doing nothing for us, other than we
he's
enjoy
right.
watching the Patriots win Super Bowls. You know?
I heard Gronk has to tape it to his thigh too. So you guys have a lot in common.
Oh yeah, he's got a meat hook. All right, let's shoot the shit.
Let's shoot it, baby.
In South Korea, hotel guests secretly filmed by hidden cameras in wall sockets. Footage was live streamed to paying customers.
More than 1,600 hotel guests secretly filmed in cities across South Korea found out that they were now pornography for people watching at home. There were 30 hotels in 10 cities, and the cameras were in the sockets of the outlets and also in like the hair dryers, and you could just like live watch people screw in South Korea.
I think it's ingenious myself. I mean, that's great entertainment.
Yeah.
You mean, so if I'm in a hotel, like, you know, room 355, I can turn on my TV and see all this?
But you know what? It's not like
What?
orgies of like girl soccer teams. It's like some guy brushing his teeth with his dick out. I mean, let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
It's like folding his laundry, watching TV.
I know, especially if he's got the blow dryer down below.
Yeah, and what's the
his
point?
ass.
South Korea, they blur out the genitals, so it's not even worth it.
They're desensitized.
They gotta be
over
small, the genitals over there.
there. Yeah, plus they're desensitized. Now that's stereotyping.
That's true, but they're also developing the lenses over there, so they can do amazing tricks.
Well, maybe it's experimental. That's right, with all the technology.
Yeah.
They're doing it for technological reasons.
Yeah.
Do they have a crazy like dictator over there too, like North Korea?
No.
No?
No, he's
this guy-
normal.
their dictator's wicked nice.
He's normal.
Yeah, he's a capitalist.
I bet this happens a lot more than you think in hotels.
Well,
Like-
I mean, basically,
I think it happened at Motel 6 the other
there's
night.
There's like sites, like you can sign up and be a member of a site, and then you must be like in a business meeting and you must get an alert, and it's like some big-titted freshman is taking a shower, and every guy goes into that thing to watch because it's live. You have to watch it live.
What would you do if there was a camera? If you knew you saw a
I
camera?
know I'd fucking ham it up.
Oh, I know exactly what I would do.
I'd go into a little dance move. What do you think? Chambermaids are normal? They go in a room, they see your dirty friggin' underwear on the floor. You think they're gonna not do something?
Yeah.
You think they spit? They do something. All day.
I thought you were saying that they got
Come on.
worked up over that. Like,
Say, clean this dirty. He leaves me $1 on the bureau when he leaves like he's a fucking big shot.
All right, another new study.
All right.
Pollution may damage a man's ability to perform sex.
toxic car fumes could raise the risk of erectile dysfunction. Poisonous particles may trigger inflammation in blood vessels. This may starve the genitals of oxygen, affecting a man's ability to get a big, hard peener. Male rats respond less to sexual stimuli when they've been exposed to petrol fumes.
I mean, do you think
I don't believe it
pollution could
myself.
keep your erection down?
My mother and father blew cigarette smoke in my face my whole life. And I'll tell you, through my teen years, there was nothing stopped me. I'll tell you right now. I don't believe it myself.
No, I think sniffing
Deal?
glue, gasoline,
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter.
fine.
If you're horny and you have sex drive, you're going to
We
get
sniff
an
glue.
erection.
You ever sniff glue?
Yeah, last night.
People don't sniff glue anymore, do they?
Well, I sniff glue, but I don't know.
It's really not bad.
There's that whole thing about like a big oversized vehicle to compensate for a little dick. Maybe that's a diesel. Maybe
It
there's
could
something.
be.
What about the people with the doing? What about people having sex with their cars?
Let me tell you something. I know we had talked about this one time. There are people, a subculture, myself, I'm not one of them, but there are men predominantly that have sex with their cars. They literally perform sex with
Like
their
in the
cars.
muffler.
The muffler, I'm thinking, maybe the gas cap. But it's for real. If you don't believe me, look it up. I'm not making this up. Sick people out there, and that's what they do.
You give me a cup holder and a sponge, and I'm going to ruin your interior.
If you had to pick a car to have sex with, what would it be?
Well, I'll admit I did it one time, and it didn't go well. It was a Pinto. And I vowed to never do it again. I actually got a burn, but
I think if I had to pick a car, it would be a Pacer.
that's not bad.
lot
They're
of
kind of the
glass.
same generation.
Yeah. Should go on a double date.
Silly bastards.
Frozen cat found in the Maine woods, now thawed and
Unfortunate.
recovering.
Wow, he's
Top
recovered.
story tonight: dead cat found in Maine.
I saw that on the CBS Evening News tonight.
Some idiot walking in the woods in Maine found a frozen cat, like literally the statue of a cat, and it was brought back to a place where they put a blanket on it and left it in the sun, which I believe is the scientific method for bringing anything back to life. And it just like survived, so people are amazed that this cat lived. I think this
Is
was
that the
kind
cat
of
right there in the video?
yeah, that's a catsicle right there.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Cryogenics. Is it?
It's like, well, yeah, it's like a whole cryogenic thing. But if you saw that, would you take that home like that?
No.
I'd say I'm sorry, honey, but it looks like it's too late.
That ground
No?
sour. The ground up there is sour.
Why don't we put him in the fucking oven for a couple hours and see if he comes around?
Yeah, that's a Stephen King novel waiting
We'll
to
put it on
happen.
200. What?
How about put him right next to the heater? Why are you going to put him in the oven?
You know
Yeah,
what?
get the blow dryer.
Send it to South Korea, and then
I don't trust his cryogenic stuff, though. You know what they did to Ted Williams?
Oh,
Do you remember the story about Ted Williams' head?
Yeah, they kicked it.
They were kicking the head like it was a soccer ball. These two punks they hired to work at the expensive cryogenic facility to store your stupid head and body in one of them tubes. It's thousands upon thousands of dollars. The two overnight guys take out the head and they start kicking it around.
In a tuna can.
Then they put it on a tuna can
Yeah.
to use like a football tee to kick it to the
Now,
fucking goalpost.
Does it offend you that they used his head in every sport except
It's the greatest
baseball?
fucking hitter ever. You abuse the head? This is fucking head abuse. This is terrible.
What if you saw a frozen dog?
I'm fucking leaving it there.
How about a raccoon or a possum?
Nothing. I leave it. Bodies, everything.
Yeah. How old is the? Yeah.
Who's your favorite famous cat?
Felix. Felix the cat.
What about the Top? Remember Top Cat?
Oh yeah.
He was a wise guy.
How'd that song go?
I forget. You know that one? Do it. Do
I don't
it.
know.
Nah, you know it.
I don't know. I thought you might have known it.
I just know the F Troop theme song, that's all.
Who was Sylvester the Cat?
He was another wise cat.
He was
all
a-
these
Was
cats
he
were
the
wise
heavens to
They're
guys.
like wise
Yeah.
guys. Cool cats.
They're always like give you fact
to
talk.
Murgatroyd.
Yeah.
Right. That was the one.
Exit stage left.
Right, you had an answer for everything.
Yeah, that's right. That was the other one.
Say fuck you. Give me some chow.
Russian tycoon's son urinates on $3,000 cash
That's nothing.
in an obnoxious display of wealth.
Some asshole kid in Russia filmed himself pissing on a sink full of U.S. dollar bills. He's allegedly the son of a Russian tycoon,
Why
and
did he piss
he's
in
just
Russian
bragging
money?
about his wealth online. Previously, he had put a Rolex in a bowl of cereal just to show that he don't give a shit.
I shit on a bowl of diamonds. What have you ever done?
I fucking jerk off on my Xbox.
There you go. Come on. How you talking?
Kylo, what do you do?
I don't do any of that weird stuff. Sorry.
This kid's got nothing.
Just
Welcome
to
to
show
America.
you don't care
He's
about
just
the money.
spoiled. He has no disregard for money. His father spoiled him.
If this kid wants to start a fucking pissing match with America, he picked the wrong country.
I
That's
would have
all
right.
we do.
I would have slapped his dick if I saw him pissing on money.
Yeah.
It's a shame. When there are people starving in Biafra.
Yeah.
Is that still around?
The only Russians I want to see pissing on money are the strippers at the water club
Russians,
that I
as
go to.
far as I'm
cold people.
concerned,
They're
it's
very
the
cold.
It's the Cold War still. I don't go for it.
They don't shave, you
don't
said.
piss on my U.S. money. Yeah, they don't shave. The women don't shave, by the way.
No?
This is what I've been told.
Why? Because it's cold over there?
Chili.
Is it because the sink is filled with piss and dollar bills?
chilly.
Yeah, they got a little extra thing keeps, the body temperature good.
Like a little SOS pad going on down
It
there?
looks like the hats that they wear. Brillo.
All right.
Mamma
Wait till you hear
mia.
this one. Terrifying moment. A bear mauls forest officer, chases him into the reservoir during a rescue mission gone bad.
Terrifying moment. Most of it was hilarious. Forest worker Kumar was mauled in India when the forest protection officer was trying
That's
to
it.
drive the bear to safety into a forest.
India.
He was trying to bring the bear into safety, and the bear immediately turned around and mauled him
Good.
to death.
I'm glad. Anybody killed by a
It broke free of the ropes, and it left the Harold and Kumar sequel in talks. Still, they're gonna have to figure something out.
I'm sorry. Once I hear about this shit in another country,
Harold
I
and Kumar
really
get
don't
eaten
give
by
a
a
fuck.
bear.
It wasn't in America.
No, that's what I'm saying. When it's
Yeah.
far away, I don't care.
Yeah, if you're shooting it from 30, 40 feet away, you don't have to get involved.
800 killed in typhoon. Where? Thailand. I go, oh, fuck cares.
Come on, that wasn't even.
I'm sorry. I only have so much compassion to spread around. There's enough fucking trouble right here.
That's right. You got to take care of your own backyard.
8,000 perish in earthquake. Oh my God. Nicaragua. Fuck 'em.
Didn't these people ever hear of a tranquilizer gun? I mean, shoot the bear. What's
He was
wrong?
releasing the bear. They
You gonna
had
fucking fight a bear? Dummy.
I know. We should.
Stupid.
We teach our kids to fight bears in America.
Poke the bear to see what happens to
Yeah,
you.
let me go fucking tease the bear. Try to see if I can fight the fucking bear.
Keep pissing off a bear.
Fucking in.
If you know that this guy was up in the cage and he was like, Teddy, now's the time. You're gonna go back. You're gonna see your mom. You're gonna see your dad. And then he unleashes the cage and it just kills him.
Always weird stuff going on in these farms.
Dad won't be coming home tonight. Why not? He got eaten by a fucking bear, the idiot.
He kind of had it coming if you think about
You
it.
know
I
what,
think he did.
You know what the bear had to say is he got Indian, but he ordered Italian.
Oh, he must have had diarrhea. Poor thing.
I don't go for Indian food one bit.
I don't like the smell.
Don't go.
No. All right, check out our latest prank call. Prank One Out, it's called. It's a really good one, and we'll be back with comedian Zenobia.
Hello.
Hey, hello, is this?
Yes.
Hey, you're the welding guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys up my whole railing system and didn't even come back and fix it.
What guy?
Yo, your guy. What do you mean, what guy? You're the guy who did my railing, right?
Where?
Marblehead. Don't you know where that place is? You did my job. Or you up everyone's job, you don't remember?
No.
Huh?
No.
Wait, what do you want, man? A few words? I mean, you gotta come fix my railing or what?
What railings you talking about?
Your railings. I'll put solder in your eyes, you no good prick. Really, you my railing up and you took a deposit, never came back.
I never take any railing apart.
Oh, really? How do you even know you don't even know my address and you're already saying it's not me. Is it you?
I don't know. I'm really, if you explain to me, I'll come in back fix it, but I don't know what's railing in Marblehead.
Listen, you got all these fancy trucks, all shiny and you're looking good. You can hardly see over the steering wheel. What do you sit on a phone book, you little prick? I mean, seriously, you my railings up. You know it and I know it, and you try to tell me it was the ocean's fault.
Honest with you, I never did any, I don't know. Can you introduce your name first and tell me your address? I'll come in back to see you, but I don't know what you...
My name's Mario. Mario! My name's Mario, and I live on Street, Marblehead. What time you coming here? I'll make sure I'm there. And I'll have a baseball bat waiting for you.
Listen, I don't know. I'm telling you, you just talk to me like I never.
You're talking to me like, hey, you called me. You called me, and you'll be the.
When I call you, I never call you.
You just called me now. What are you playing a game here?
What's the name of the company, first of all? You did your job.
Your name of the company is it's you. I know the name of I wrote the check, you ball buster.
My company is no.
And listen, this old lady came and visited me, and she fell down.
I don't know.
All right, I got GPS in my phone. I know who you are. I'm coming to see you then. And I got a baseball bat with nails sticking out of it for you.
Go ahead, come. I don't care. I don't know what you're talking about. My company is no.
Who the
What are you talking about?
Are you changing the name as we speak? What are you going to call your lawyer too, you son of a bitch?
What are you talking about? You just start yelling at me. What are you talking about? I never did any rounds in Marblehead. First of all, I don't work at Marblehead.
What, are you not allowed in there?
What do you mean not allowed in there? I never do any job.
The police don't want you there.
Call it whatever you want to do. What are you talking about? Why you call me privacy? Why you call me privacy? Why you call me privacy?
What do you need, some privacy? What? What do you mean?
Your office no coming back. No coming out here.
Why
you call me privacy?
I don't even know what you're talking about. You want to see my private parts? What are you saying, you pervert?
Listen, you need to calm down, dude. You gotta call whoever.
I haven't slept all night. She fell down. I haven't slept.
Listen.
She used to be my mother.
I don't know what are you talking about. I think somebody else used my phone number. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're telling me about a privacy you want to show me. What the hell is this crap?
No, I say, I don't see your number coming out of my phone.
Hell, you maybe your screen's What do you want from me? Get a new phone, you prick. You don't get an iPhone?
I gotta hang up.
Yeah, you're a motherfucker. I'm gonna get you, you prick.
Welcome back to I Love Mondays. Our next comedian is a refreshing voice in a world full of overly offended people. She's performed up and down the East and West Coast. She's leaving a lasting impression on everybody she meets. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Zenobia Del Mar.
God, yes. They were like, you want to come out on Monday and do a show in Lynn? I was like, no. This is like, not at all. But apparently this is freaking fantastic. I love it. Get started with some shit that I don't like. People that need to shut the hell up. Mainly this woman I'm about to block on Facebook telling me her stupid solvable ass fucking problems like I'm supposed to care. Just like, what? You know how sometimes you can't in this and, I just can't come. I was like, it sounds like your pussy doesn't like you either. Can I go now? Why are you talking to me? Life is not that freaking hard, man. Then she's just like, oh, yeah, it's my cheat day. I'm going to go home and have a piece of fruit with some peanut butter. I was like, what? It's like, it sounds like you cheat yourself every day. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Quinoa is your go-to starch and you're on a diet with a name? That's why your farts smell so bad and you can't come. Fruit, water, and yoga. That's how you get working pussy. Like, it's not that freaking hard. Shit. I went out earlier today because sometimes you have to. I don't like going out because people. Like the other day I was supposed to hang out with my friends. Then I made some chicken palm and beat off instead. I woke up 4 hours later. I was like, I am so good at life. I was just like, I should just be doing this all the time. I need to be a life coach. Right, guys? Shit. I don't know. Then I had to leave the house to go get something to eat. And I ordered some vegetables. And she's like, oh, are you on a diet? I was like, no, bitch, I'm smart. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, fucking shut the hell up and go get my garlic string beans. It's not that freaking hard, right, guys? Eat some fruit, take a walk. It's fine. Back to people on diets that have names. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. It's like, oh, we're on the keto diet. It's just like, yeah, bread has been the root of civilization since freaking Mesopotamia. But all of a sudden, your friend Rod knows what's good. Like, what the hell? Fucking no. Just fucking no, right? I got a clam because that's the way anatomy works. One thing I will say about, like, being a woman is it's way easier to be a creep when you're a girl. I found out my friend has a really nice dick. Now I can't stop talking about it. I'm calling him. I'm like, where is it? Like, can it move things? It's like finding out he has a ghost at his house. Like, I'm like, can you go jogging and wear some gray sweatpants on Tuesday? He's like, what? I want to watch it bounce, right? Because dicks are delightful. They just are. But everybody can't know that, though, because then you get those disgusting offers. I'm like, no, not yours. Just because I'm hungry, that doesn't mean I want a shit sandwich. What the hell? Put that away. The hell away from me with this shit. Oh, this vodka is very good. I love the fact that I'm in a room full of mainly Italians. And freaking me, there's a Russian over there. That's cool. I don't know. I'm bad at being black, I will say that. A lot of times they say that black dudes have the biggest dicks. Scratch that. Black dudes say that black dudes have the biggest dicks. Not the case. I think that shit is a dead heat between the Jews and the Germans. That's what the war was really about. Hitler saw Morty in the shower and was like, that's competition. I was just like, yeah. Let them out. Jews, they got great dicks. I was fucking this hot Jew up in Lexington a couple of years ago, and I knew I had to like him because he had me doing white people shit. Like walking through the woods at night and showering without washcloths. I was like, shit, what the fuck? I shouldn't be doing this at all. Take it out again. Let me see it. Give me my motivation. Like, oh, God. Dicks are great. Sometimes you get information that you can't unknow, though. I was in a car with my friend. He's giving me a ride home. He's telling me about his nephew. He's like, yeah, my nephew Dominic. He's got like a giant dick. It's like a sausage. He sounded like you guys talking about Dean Martin's dick before we started. Just telling me all kinds of shit. And it's all funny, haha. We're having a good time. And then I freaking met the kid. We call him Big Dick Dominic. And I gotta sit there and look this kid in the face and act like I don't know he's hanging ham in his Huggies. I'm like, God damn it. It's like, shit. I don't want to be around this sexy toddler. Just like, I don't get it. I don't have any kids, though. That's the main thing that convinces people that I'm not Puerto Rican, is that I don't have any kids. This is the most fun on a Monday. I got home, I made some extra spicy chili, watched Judge Judy beat off, fell asleep, woke up and came here. I was like, good job. I was just like, yeah. Freaking, I love Judge Judy. That's one of the things I realized when I went to California. I realized I landed and I just freaking turned into Judge Judy Tribbiani. I was like, why are there so many idiots and where are the sandwiches? I was like, what the fuck? Can't deal with this. That's why I like to keep a sandwich in my purse at all times to make sure no matter what happens, that day can get delicious. It's like, not today, Tuesday, steak and cheese. Right, guys? This has been awesome. I do love doing comedy in New England where we have adorable names for awful places. If you don't know New England and you're looking at a pamphlet, you're like, oh, Brockton, that sounds regal. Oh, yeah. Lynn, ooh, Revere, we should go. It's just like, no. You get to New Hampshire and find out it's just northern Alabama. And you're like, this is not. No chill in New Hampshire. Live free or die. I'm like, aren't you known for discount liquors in a Big Rock? Like, isn't the Big Rock gone? Like, you should freaking calm down, right, guys? I'm going to bring this firestorm home so I can go home and finish my Twizzler of Tio's. Right, guys? Freaking vodka, man. I don't know. I come from an angry black family from Boston. So, like, I'm good at my job. It's like, we use profanities like it was punctuation in my house. It's like, fuck, motherfuck, fuck, fuck. I'm like, so there's no more cereal? Like, I can't motherfucker before cartoons, Grandma. Like, what did the motherfuckers eat the cereal? Is that why we're mad? Like, shit. I just want to know. Came down here to have some Captain Crunch and watch DuckTales, and now I just got a duck. Just like, what? Angry people. But actually, my grandma actually died of Alzheimer's, but she never forgot that she was a bitch, just to the end. I was like, do you know about mangoes and fucking and laying down? Because that shit is dope. Like, you should become better at life, Grandma. Right? You guys are fantastic. Yeah! I love this. Thank you very much, guys. I am Zenobia Del Mar.
Yeah! Give it up, good job, good job. All right, check out this morning's Monday episode. We'll be right back with more from Zenobia.
I'm sticking around.
Sunday night, getting ready for Monday, watching American Idol. Yes, I watch it. And sometimes I even cry. Get emotional, and I sing. Good night. Monday! Can we talk about all the famous misters in the world? Okay? I don't know if it's called hyphenation or whatever you call a mister. What is that? You know what I mean? Prefix? I don't know. I didn't do well in school. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a moron. Seriously, with blue eyes and a good smile. But I'm gonna tell you something. Let's talk about the misters in the world. You got Mr. October. That's Reggie Jackson. He was a great baseball player. So great, he's in the Hall of Fame. Hall of Famer! All right? I'm a Hall of Famer. Monday! Some bananas. I don't like a banana. Binds you up. Helps with cramps. Not menstrual cramps, muscle cramps. Calm down. I don't know. Might help with your cramps if you broad stick a banana up there, too. Knows. Monday! You got Joe DiMaggio, Mr. Coffee. Hey, he had that coffee machine back in the day when people started doing that percolator after the percolator. The first coffee machine, Joe DiMaggio, Mr. Coffee. Another baseball Hall of Fame. Monday! It's a beautiful day. What are we doing? Cleaning the shop. It's a mess. Mess over here. Look at this place. Looks like Sanford and Sons. I got these 2 crooks working for me from Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? They come and think I don't know. They're parking in screws. Mr. T! Okay, you know who Mr. T was, right? He was in Rocky. I think he was like a bodyguard or something. I don't know. Mr. T starter kit with all those friggin' goddamn chains. Guy wanted to be Italian. Maybe he was Sicilian. He kind of looks it. But I'll tell you what. His Mr. T's like a letter in the alphabet. Wussy stuff. They probably got a body in the bottom of this truck, too. Anybody in there? How about Mr. Potato Head? Real ugly looking thing that, you know, you can put stuff on to make him look better. I have a friend who looks like Mr. Potato Head, by the way. But he's a made-up gimmick toy. Monday! I get big feet. I get ingrown toenails. I get them cut every 6 weeks. It's just a family trait. Monday! Then there's Mr. Clean. That's right, Mr. Clean cleans your toilets and right? Good thing, the guy's bald. Pretty good stuff. You know what? Those people are all great. But then there's Mr. Rogers. He's a weirdo, suspect goofball who tucks his f***ing sweater into his pants and ties his belt on real tight. That guy was suspect, but, you know, I don't know. Was he a child molester? But I'm going to tell you what. All these misters are great and wonderful and stuff like that. You know, they're all great in their own right. But no one's Mr. Monday. No one has a day of the week named after them. I do! I'm a Monday man, Mr. Monday. Have you ever heard of Mr. Tuesday or Mr. Saturday or Mr. Weekend or Mr. This? No. This Mr. Monday, me. I own Mr. Monday. I am Mr. Monday. There isn't anybody else in this world that you can think of, okay, in this country. Just forget about the other third world weirdos. We're talking about Americans. No one's named Mr. Monday. No one has a day of the week named after him. I do. So you know what? You all better wake up and get in line here and start enjoying your Monday and quit being bags. Because that's what you are, okay? Pay your bills! Don't be a weasel! Quit being a shaper! And don't be a worm! Let's go! Monday! So welcome. Good job up there.
Awesome. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I saw you at an open mic. That's the first time I ever saw you.
Really?
On Walnut Street.
No, that wasn't a mic. That was
Big
LeConte's
Comedy
show.
Little Cafe, which is going on this Friday, March 29th.
Really?
Yeah,
Another show at Walnut Street Cafe. Nice plug.
Nice. So what do you think about this illustrious place up here? The I Love Monday studio. It's the attic.
God damn it. If you live in Boston, if you're around Boston, just come. If they invite you, just come to this show.
Right.
I call myself the fuckery queen. It's like shit happens and I happen to be here. And they call me for stuff like this and I'm like, yup. They're like, you want to go into this attic? Yup. We got one. Yup.
She's easy.
It's an attic in Swampscott. Like De Niro in Goodfellas? Yeah, the stairs. I don't think so.
Oh, Karen was about to get whacked.
So tell me about your comedy background. How'd you start?
I went to a mic. It went well, and I kept going.
Really?
I was visiting my friends, and hey, that's me. I was visiting my friend in Brooklyn, and I was talking to my friend, and she's like, "What are you doing tonight?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then I remembered that there was a mic that night, and I went to the mic, and it went well. And then from there, I had moved to the West Coast. I went to Vegas because I didn't have anybody in LA. I spent 5 months there. I started doing mics, and they were like, "You're funny, come do the show." So I started doing shows, and I started booking, and I started making money. And then I went to LA, and it was like my year one was insane. My year one was Boston, LA, San Diego, Vegas, New York, like all year one. All booked, all paid, all... And it was like, this is what I do now.
What year was that?
7 years ago. I'm year 7.
Wow.
So that was
Jesus.
2012.
Yeah. Awesome.
I started January 2012. Yeah.
But what hooked you to want to go to open mic?
Nothing hooked me. It was just, to me, I've always had the thought of, well, that's where I go if I want to start. Like, and I went to a mic, and it was just like, okay, well, this is good. And then I mic'd, and then I showed. There was nothing to me that was attractive about open mics except for the fact that I knew that was where to start. Because I don't really write. I just have to talk stuff out. Right. I got one voice in my head. He's always on, and he's hilarious. And I just tell you guys what he tells me.
Really?
And that's what I do at mics.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Do a lot of drugs, huh?
What is it? 22 years, nothing but weed and vodka. Not a pill, not an e-hit, not a bump, not a nothing. I was out in California, and they were like, "Do you want a bump?" I was like, "No, where's the weed?" I was just like, "What are we talking about?" I was like, "What is this? The 80s?"
It's
Like,
the
you're on a
80s,
good
right?
foot.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I'm like,
over.
that's what you
It's
people
over.
have.
John's never stopped. She never stopped doing bumps.
The 80s move on.
You should be much sweatier by now than I was.
What do you
should
think
have a
about this
glow.
Me Too movement that's going on today?
What about it?
Everyone's so offended. You're not offended, which I like.
I think there's two different things that are going on there. I think it's like, wait, do you like pizza and murdering families?
No,
It's a trick question.
there are
Two-part
things.
question.
There are things to me that are offensive. I've been offended at open mics, and it's just when people are just trying to be mean, and you can tell when people are trying to be mean. And when you can tell when somebody comes in here, oh fuck all broads. You know the difference between this. It's like, yeah, no, not that. In terms of like the Me Too thing, it's kind of a broad bird. It's just like, what part
Right.
of the Me Too do you mean?
Just the whole Me Too movement. Everyone's so... just everything.
But like
I don't like the name.
Me Too movement is different from the everybody being offended. I think people are
100%.
just offended because A, they're stupid. And when you bring up something that they don't know about and you speak frankly about it, that's offensive because it's unquantified. It's just, I call it speaking Lil Wayne plain. It's just like British speak. And we do that here. It's just like if you ask somebody, can you help me move? An American's going to say no because I have to do this, I have to do that, my mother's coming into town. You ask a Brit, can you help me move? No. And that's just it. And people want something behind it, and it's just like, that's my favorite thing. I'll say something very directly, and they're like, so what you're saying is, I'm like, no, I'm saying exactly what the hell I said. This isn't a reading comprehension course. I can't help you with that.
You know what part of it though is too
it was
is like
very succinct the first time.
nowadays it's like someone like you can get up there and you get some attention and people laugh and you have a talent and you have a skill, and someone in the audience doesn't, and they just like to call out things and point out things, like that kid that tells the teacher they forgot to give out homework. It's a personality trait that carries over from the third grade till you're a horrible, shitty.
If you're an asshole, you're an asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very much that. There are certain people that, like, you can tell this guy's going to grow up to be this person, and this person is going to, raise, issues that aren't there.
Right.
It's just like, you're not interesting, so you have to be offended.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yeah,
not interesting. So it's kind of like people that put all of these afflictions on themselves. It's just like, I'm on a keto diet, and I'm a cis male, and I'm a this, and it's just like, how many things do you have to put on yourself before you feel like you have a personality? How many things do you need to be offended by before I feel like you know what's going on in the world? And especially with feminism, it's just like, feminism to me is just hilarious because I'm fucking this, and most feminists aren't helping me, so I'm just kind of like...
You kind of brought up something that made me wonder. So you're saying like someone says that they're a cis, whatever, this, that. It's almost like with today's new thing and like even dating, you fill out a profile. So your personality is how you fit into those little things. Not for me, because I grew up,
It's like bullet points.
jerking off to magazines. But like kids nowadays, in order to get laid, you have to spell yourself out, and someone's going to filter past you if you don't meet that same amount of criteria. It's pretty interesting. Or not.
We're old timers, man. We don't do this shit. Me too.
But like you have to virtue signal while at the same time trying to get the type of pussy that you want. Do you know what I mean? You have to pretend to be a nice Catholic, but I'm gonna try to get you drunk and put it in your butt. That type of thing.
And that's kind of the thing, especially like with dudes and like male feminists and all of this stuff, and it's like a friend of them, and it's just like, nah, it's like I spot bullshit from a mile away, and if you're bullshitting, I'm gonna go this way, and and I'm a this and I'm a that, and I'm on your side, and it's just like you said, it's like clicking all of these boxes so you feel like you have some sort of alliance. But I know a freaking fugazi when I see a fugazi, and I'm just like, you
You say it the right way, too. You got
I
the
don't know.
Italian accent and
You didn't
everything.
think I was Italian 5 minutes ago.
No, you're unfiltered and unapologetic, and that's what we're all about up here, and that's why we brought you up here tonight.
Yeah, I don't feel the reason to.
No parameters. No parameters. Disinhibition. No parameters.
Lack
Right?
of
That a
fucks.
fish?
Zenobia is funny as fuck.
No
we were
parameter.
at a show in
Total lack of
Boston one
fucks.
night, me and Justice, and a couple good comics, like people that we thought were really great, and then the room level just changed to another degree when Zenobia got up there, and she was just slaying people left and right. And right after the show, I walked up and I said, "Hi, Zenobia." And she said, "Get the fuck out of here. I'll talk to you on Facebook."
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, you probably grabbed her. You probably grabbed her or something.
No, I couldn't get within 10 feet, and I get my head taken off.
Where was this?
He had it coming.
We'll talk about it after the show. Well,
It
yeah.
was probably Justice, and she mistaken you from a Justice. You know, that's what it was.
No, it was probably just immediate pussy fucking like.
No, it was probably, look at these fucking scummy guys coming over there.
I think I may have to stop hugging comics. It's a weird thing. It's like a weird animal, but like I may have to stop
Why?
hugging.
They're a little aggressive, or?
No, because male comics just can be kind of weird. And it's just like you realize that there are certain parameters you have to put up. Janelle James, who I freaking love, she's one of the people that's just awesome. And I remember she had talked about it on Facebook, and I'm like, yeah, this is what she's talking about. It's just like, yeah, if I want to fuck you, I'll let you know.
Right.
Kind of thing.
John was wondering. So,
We're Italian. We hug everybody. We think everybody wants to fuck us.
Just brandishing your
it's tough.
penis.
so, let me ask you, so what's the difference being in California, New York, and Boston?
Oh God, California's the worst. Do you mean comedy-wise or just living?
Comedy.
LA comedy is just bad. It's very branded. It's very like lots of actors who just want to be seen. I can probably count on like one hand how many comics really good out in LA.
Really?
New York and LA in terms of comedy, I feel like are becoming like the same city on different sides, because in New York you encounter the same sort of it's like almost going into an abyss because there are so many people, and there's no crossover, and you're not going to see the same people again. And you do kind of now get in New York that thing where you shake hands with people in LA and they're like, oh yeah, call me when you're in town. And you walk away and know that dude will never know
They
your
never
name.
even took your number.
Yeah. And it's like a little bit easier for me because number one, I'm a novelty, and number two, I have a name that's like sort of easy to remember. But I did New York, LA, all these places. It's like I came back to Boston. It's like, this is where I want to be.
Right.
It's different. I feel like New England is a comedy machine. And it's because it's smarts plus lack of fucks, and we say it. And we have a conflation of a lot of things. There are a lot of races here. There's a lot of commerce here. There's a lot of education here. There's a lot of things that come together. And we can tell it like most people can't tell it. And we're not worried about fitting into, oh, well, you know, this is what they're looking for in LA.
Right.
This is what they want in the packets in New York. It's just like, no, I know for me, and a lot of the people that I respect in Boston, no, we just do comedy. And I love it. Yeah. That's the point for me.
That's cool.
I'm like, screw a marquee, screw a billing. It's just like, I want people to remember that she was funny. She showed up. She didn't bitch about doing the bullet spot or closing or whatever else. And it's just like, the work. Do the work.
What like, say, comic or public figure gave you like inspiration to do what you do?
I'm not inspired by anybody. I feel close to a couple of people. Bill Burr to me is the GOAT. Greatest of all time. He just is. And I realized that if I were anybody in terms of comedy, I am Maniscalco all damn day.
Right.
Because like sometimes I watch him and I'll see him say stuff and I'm like, that's me. Because he talks about not being able to mind your business and what the fuck is this guy? And like, that's me.
Heard he has a big dick.
Kyle, can I ask the question? My favorite question we like to ask comics is actually, I think
us.
might have been Peasy or somebody. I forget who actually brought it up, but sometimes people aren't inspired by the people that, like your favorite comedian. Sometimes you see somebody who makes you go, "Oh, I can fucking do this." Was there somebody that you saw that made you? Because you said you made it sound like you just took the jump yourself. Did you see someone else perform and be like, "This motherfucker shouldn't even be on stage. I'm doing it."
Oh no, it was like, for me it was like the opposite. It was like I watched people and I was like, if I can't do that, then I don't want to freaking do it. to me, it was very much like a, I can't do that, then no. And one of the things that I was worried about when I started is, well, what happens when you run out of things to talk about? And I've been doing this 7 years, and I know that I'm not going to run out of things to talk about, because it's just like, it's gifts. I'll be on my way somewhere, and it's like the joke just pops out in my head. I was in LA, and I was on the bus, and I'm on the bus because I ride the bus from here to Vegas and everywhere else because life is going good. And he's like, and I'm on the bus, and in my head it just goes, the bus is like history. It gets more fucked up and bizarre the further back you go. And so I was like, I'm gonna stop in the middle because I don't wanna. It's true. I don't wanna engage in what's back there. And I wrote that down, and I did it at the mic that I was at, and it was good. And I was at the Comedy Store, and I was standing in the back of the room with another comic named Jamar Neighbors, and we were sitting there, and I just leaned over to him and I said that to him, and he goes, "God damn!" And I was like, "Yeah." And then 2 minutes later, he's like, "Can I have that?" I'm like, "No, like absolutely not." And that's when I was just like, "Oh well, I can do this. All I have to do is just rattle it off and get it right." But to answer your question, no, I've never looked at somebody and said, "Oh, I can do that." A lot of people do, I know, but for me, it was kind of like the opposite.
Did anyone in your family give you confidence to do this?
No.
No?
My dad is the funniest dude that I know, and that's why I really think that comics aren't the funniest guys. We're just better at communicating it.
Right.
Like the funniest people I know will never pick up a microphone. Freaking hilarious. I tell jokes about my dad. I'm like, he's either got Asperger's or he really doesn't give a shit. Because he's just like, former engineer, extremely smart, Ivy League educated, hammers and nails, paints around pictures, just doesn't give a fuck. I'm just like, yeah, my dad.
How old is he?
He's about to turn 69.
Oh, he's young.
Dirty joke. He's about to turn 69 in May. Yeah. So
Turn 69 is when the left leg goes over the head, right?
Not at that age.
Kluska, what do we got? We got something for Zenobia here?
Zenobia, you've had a few run-ins with the social media police where your account was suspended for expressing certain views and opinions that corporate just didn't agree with. Since they got to play judge and jury with you, we thought we would let you be the judge and jury to some behavior that I personally abhor on Facebook. We'd like to get your opinion. Everybody on the panel. You guys are all on Facebook to some degree, right?
Yeah.
Are there little
John,
behaviors that annoy you a little bit more than others?
No?
I'm obviously familiar with Facebook.
It's a good tool
All right, well,
for certain things.
Well, let me give you a for instance. Would this person annoy you, for example? Someone who fills out and posts the idiotic, meaningless surveys, and they want you to know the results, like what Disney princess they would be, or what their porn name would be, or what their tombstone would say. Do you have people in your Facebook stream that want you to know what Disney princess they are?
Yeah.
In my feed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in Facebook jail right now, but yeah.
Why are you in Facebook jail?
I don't even want to get into it. I told you.
What's the short story?
I speak Lil Wayne plain. That's the short story.
Controversial dialogue got her booted for a week. But, Carl, is there
30 days.
anybody that comes to mind specifically when these things pop up in yours? And how quickly do you hit snooze for 30 days when you see this?
Look at this stuff. It's just.
Why is a Chihuahua on? What is that?
That is a woman who doesn't work, and her kids.
Yeah. It's people have too much time in their hands.
These are the people telling me the stupid solvable ass problems on Facebook.
I 100% agree with you. You want to make fun of a couple more of them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Moving along. Other people post memes under the guise of supporting a cause, like our troops or people with disabilities, and they're just basically fishing for somebody else's sympathy to get likes on their Facebook page. Hi, I've never served in the armed forces before, but here's a dog with a fedora on, and don't you love the Marines?
But he's
Click
cute.
like and share, or you're going to hell.
I don't click any of that shit. I'm not.
It's like an
Attention
emotional
seekers.
chain letter
Yeah.
of
There's no
idiots.
thoughts and prayers, nothing. You
That
get nothing
hot
from
Marine
me.
chick is never going to
Nothing.
find my like. She's never going to see it. You're just going to show it. I don't even know what you do with those likes. You can shove them up your ass. It's horrible.
You
pretty
are
strong.
adorable, Timothy.
I'm an
You were
angry
just-
angry
You were
man.
just delightful.
I love when he gets mad.
I love when he gets back.
All right. Want to see me really get mad?
Yes.
This
Do
is
it.
something that I shouldn't be angry at. But
Do it.
despite more and more Americans becoming overweight and unfuckable, people are taking and posting more selfies than ever before. And now instead
drive me
of
crazy.
showing off more cleavage, they're putting friggin' squirrel ears and noses on them.
Snapchat.
Ugly
Snapchat filters make me nuts.
Ugly motherfuckers love video chat
Don't
and they
they?
love selfies. I
Yep.
don't freaking get it.
Because they can control the lighting.
Look, because they can make themselves look better with the filters.
But is that, you filter on video chat too, right?
I don't filter, but I don't need
freaking
to. But
know
some people
any
need
of
to.
this stuff.
I'm a long
That's it,
time
eat
out of
some
the game.
fruit. Fucking, it'll
But
be fine.
if you're
do
trying
this?
to...
Just
What's that?
Do you dress up like this and make faces?
I do it, but I'm married and we do it in the privacy of our home. We don't do it on social
What does a
media.
person-
That's a furry.
What does a
That's
person
something
hope to accomplish who dresses like this and takes a picture of themselves? What do they want from us?
I don't know. I want to
It's
see
all
the other end and how they got
What
the
am I
tail in it.
supposed to say when I see this?
It makes
Exactly.
you crazy.
It makes me
Oh,
sick.
look.
Send these to you. on
Oh, look,
Snapchat.
I'm so cute as a bunny. That's so
You go through all
fucking
this
weird.
It's just weird. It's like it's like a hybrid of. It creeps me the freak out.
Who invented that?
It really does.
Who invented this crap?
Whoever does like Snapchat and all of that, they want ugly people to be less fugly, but like they don't have a personality filter. That's the freaking problem. It's just like if you've ever met somebody who's really, really, really hot, really beautiful people. It's like they're de facto retarded because they stop in their brain at about 3rd grade.
Oh, yeah.
Because people just give them everything because they're so beautiful, and then you
Yep.
meet the last black dude I fucked was one of these.
This is so interesting to me.
Absolutely beautiful.
How beautiful is he?
Fucking Roman nose, he looked like an Egyptian statue. Beautiful as hell. Dumb as a post. I was just like,
How long did you hang around him for?
this was when I lived in New York. This was when I was in Queens.
Ah, he's a New Yorker. No
Well,
wonder.
and he was a cop. Every now and then you just want to,
Double negative.
you want to fuck a cop and keep him happy because you want them on your side.
For women, we used to call it new pretty, where the girl didn't develop, to be attractable and fuckable until after she was old enough to be attractable and fuckable.
Either that or they lose a lot of weight and then they become the.
New pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to do everything you want to do. She's funny, and she can cook.
And she has a good appetite.
Yeah, and she'll do the things in bed that the other one never had to.
Very grateful.
Sorry.
Very grateful. Next, Tasso.
But then,
Tasso's
like,
Greek. They can
after
do
a
whatever
while
they
of
want.
being attractive like that, they go to the other side. Freaking, and then there are some people, it's like you're not even attractive, you're just a cunt. And you can tell.
And cunts are usually attractive to me.
Well, that's because men love cunts.
That's a good one.
Men love, it's called, I call it the Pam Beesly complex, where if you guys watch The Office, Pam Beesly, she went from being a blank slate to a bitch. And that was the only thing that she did, and she was irresistible
That was her arc?
the whole time. Exactly. And she couldn't beat the men off. She was a blank slate, and they
she's
were
no
like,
good to me
"Oh
then."
my God, come here, plane 5." Just freaking, and I'm just like, what the hell is this? And then, but if you're anywhere in the other end of the spectrum and you got a little bit of sense, good luck.
What's the Roman nose cop doing today?
Who knows?
I don't talk to him no more.
He's in Queens. I'm here. Like, what? I remember. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, we're done now.
It's over.
No, but he was lovely. It was like I remember we finished boning and like he was sitting there. He's standing in my living room in his tracksuit because that's the way I bring him. And I remember he's just sitting there and he's like literally just kind of looking at the floor. And I'm standing in the doorway. I'm like, "You all right?" He's just like, "Yeah," and I was just like, "Yeah, I don't think you coming over anymore."
One time?
Just a couple of times. But here's my thing. I remember, and then I called up my friend and I was like, "Sasha, I think Coptic may be a little bit retarded." And she was like, "Yeah, probably." And then that made me wonder, I'm like, but wait a minute, what is the line? Like, what is my onus and like, can you fuck the hot retarded? Like, can you?
The line is
Okay.
the line is the civil service
Probably
exam.
easier.
If he can pass that, you can suck his cock.
I mean, he has a job. He carries a gun.
Right.
It's okay.
Have you met most NYPD?
I have met plenty. in my
He's
day.
been on NYPD.
The blue or you were actual NYPD?
No, I was on the blue.
Because I lived in New York for 15 years, so like I can't really live in New York anymore. Like I was there from '98 to when the towers went down. So like I know what I call old New York. And when I go to New York now,
agree.
I go to work and I go right home. Just like
Yeah.
just like there's
I
no
feel the
Grace
same way
Papaya,
about
there's
it.
no $2
It's
movie
been many,
theater.
many years in New York, and I'm done with it. I just go and
There's nothing
and
to
leave.
go back
No, it's not
to.
the same.
There's nothing to go back to.
Not
It's
the
a,
same.
it's a weird animal.
Yeah, it's weird.
If John was in a police uniform, you'd be attracted to him.
You just made that total jump. Just me.
Where's my police uniform?
We have them here.
You just have to swing.
Get
a
it from
billy
the back
club.
room, please.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Check out today Zolo's latest. I'm
Fucking
Offended.
Solo, I love Solo.
And we'll be back with more from Zenobia.
I'm offended at you cutting me off. Cutting someone off in traffic or mid-story kills momentum. If you absolutely need to cut someone off mid-story, here's a couple tips. First, you're allowed one question per story. Anything beyond that will be addressed post-story during the Q&A. Constant questions ruin the narrative's foreplay, resulting in an unsatisfactory climax for all parties involved. Second, if you're going to attempt to one-up someone mid-story, you better bring it. If I'm talking about pulling an all-nighter in Vegas with Charles Barkley, you better not interrupt me with a story about lunch with your kids at a Panera. If a friend is telling you about hooking up with some buddy, don't interrupt it with some story about you rubbing one out behind a 7-Eleven. You better be bringing a threesome with a couple of Scandinavian broads. Or better yet, let him finish the story, unfettered, free from momentum killers.
Hey.
It's us again.
We back.
So what do we got? We got a new segment going on? Class?
Yeah, throughout the time, there have been inventions that have changed our lives forever. Others that were so bad that they disappeared as quickly as they came. I want to run 3 new 2019 inventions by you guys, and you tell me if you're going to buy these
this?
or sell these. All right?
Yep.
The first one is from Mr. Monday. This one is called the Human Car Washer. Originally, it was created for hospitals. It is now showing up in gyms and homes. Mr. Monday, do you want one of these?
Does that guy come with it? Oh my God.
I have no doubt that
I
that
like
guy
it.
comes with that every morning.
He almost looks as bad as me naked. Jesus Christ. No, that's disgusting.
What kind of lazy fat fuck are you that you can't be bothered to wash your own ass?
But it's the loofah gets in there nice in the cravat.
But here's my thing
Shove
about
that loofah up your ass.
How do you clean that thing?
Exactly.
It's a problem.
The thing's
You
gonna be
gotta
grimy
change
and
it out
gross.
once a week.
The old white man or the device he's
How do
using
you
in the
clean
shower?
that thing? How do I put that thing in my clam and make sure everything's freaking good? No, absolutely not. Flip the page.
You know something? I like a bar of soap, not this liquid shit. How do you guys feel about that?
Dove
I like
soap.
Nice
the bar
bar
of
of
soap.
soap.
Yeah.
Nothing's better than Dove soap.
Do you like the Dove?
Dove is one
Old
thing.
school.
But the bar of the
Head
liquid.
to toe, Dove, the soap, the actual soap.
Okay, the-
You know
when
what?
you travel, you can put that in your bag. You don't have to worry.
Makes
It's
everything smell
head
good.
to toe, everything.
How about
It's
if you're at
beautiful.
somebody's house, though, and you use the shower, you see the bar of soap. You ever think that they wash their private
You ever
area
see this-
before you?
how
And
about
say
when there's
this
a-
soap was up somebody's
There's a hair
ass.
in it.
Yeah, that's why I put it
There's
in
a
my
hair in the
mouth.
There's a
soap.
hair in the soap. I won't even touch the thing.
So
This all goes back
Disgusting.
to washcloth. This is a whole
problem.
callback
It's
to
a
my
big-
set.
That's why I like this device myself. But
You do?
No.
well, I'm a lazy fat fuck like the guy in the picture. So it suited me beautifully.
Wait a minute. There's a problem here. You have to protect your dick clearly with this thing. You're going to take a fucking layer of skin off your cock if that thing goes wrong, right?
Well, they got different attachments, you know, for different scenarios.
I want the one you got.
He's
know
got
what
the
I mean?
suppository.
Then I.
This guy looks like
I
a
want 2 of
foreigner.
them.
Where's this guy from? It's like a German.
That's German. Yeah.
Oh, well, if that's the
German
case, you
engineering.
should turn around.
You guys,
Boom, baby.
John, you ready for one?
Give me one.
Next one is the heat cold charge device. Epiphany 1 Puck uses a heat disparity concept to just transform
You know
heat
something?
energy to electrical energy.
I just hate everything.
The red side of the puck should be used for hot beverages, and the blue side makes it cold.
I'm sick of everything.
Is this real?
I do.
That's how I feel when I leave
went
the
through
house.
my
I'm like,
whole-
what is this?
I
The
went through
temperature
my whole
difference
fuck-
can
yeah.
generate electricity and charge your phone.
I went through my whole rotten life without any of this shit. Why do I need
My
this
whole
now?
rotten life?
I don't give
That's
a
how
fuck.
I feel about Cambodia.
That's what you got a stove for.
Come on.
You got a
I
stove
gotta
and a
carry
fridge for
more
that. You don't
shit
need this
around.
shit.
Go, where's my fucking cup device? Plug it in. Fuck that.
No.
Yeah, like,
I don't like it.
That's gonna
how
be
are you
bad.
more likely to have that device than a battery?
Get rid of these fucking devices.
Like, you could just carry a battery instead of a device
So
which
you're more
transforms
likely
solo
to
cup
have
energy
that than
to.
a plug in a wall? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you could just have that
I don't even
Where the
have.
fuck do you live?
in a house.
I seldom even have a cup like that with a drink in it. You know what I mean?
Only when you're up here.
I'm confused. There are too many questions. Just no.
That's a big
I need
no.
to go lay down.
That's perfect, because this next question is for you, Zenobia. Is there anything worse than cooking and the ladle either falls into the soup or you need to take it out and it's like 3,000 degrees because it got hot? Enter the Loch Ness Monster ladle. Zenobia, do you want one of these things, or is it just fading away into a cheesy soup?
Absolutely fucking not. I take the ladle out, put it on my counter. What the hell happens? You do the math.
You know when the
Hold
shit.
the spoon rest.
What'd you
Yeah.
do when you made chili today? Say,
I put it in the plate.
You know when that
The
happens
knife
to me?
with the garlic and the spoon for the
Yeah,
the
that's
pasta
all.
and
Right.
everything else is just.
My mother will take out the ladle out of the gravy,
Yeah.
right? And then she'll put it on this little porcelain
gravy.
thing, which is specifically for putting the ladle on. So you get that dirty, and then that dirty, and then she cleans it all off with a paper towel when you could have just put it on the paper towel to begin with.
When I do this shit here, when the spoon falls in, I leave it. I get another one. Sometimes at the bottom of the pan, there's 6, 7 spoons that didn't make it. I don't give a fuck. No, I just go, oh, fuck
It
it.
just tastes
I used to,
it just tastes like metal.
right, I used to get a big long knife and try. Well, then you get the big long knife, you get it out, then you grab it like a moron with your hand. You go, fuck, now you got soup all over you. I leave it. Leave the shit in there.
My people call that a freaking plate on top of the damn pot, and you put the fucking spoon on the top of the liquid.
You know.
I don't understand what you don't understand.
Some fucking guy makes a toy, puts it in the soup.
John, you lost your mic there.
Get it together.
What's with this technology?
It went in the soup.
so Z, what do you tell everyone what you got for shows coming up?
You wait for me to have this much vodka? Do you tell me what
The
shows?
13th, you got something.
No, I'm in hiatus on the 13th, but on the 5th, I'm gonna be in Gloucester at a little private show called Agape Brewing, which is just always freaking fun. And then on the 13th of April, I'm gonna be out in Hyannis. It's like a clam jam show. It's like a bunch of broads. I love when they book a female comic and I show up. I'm like, gotcha, bitch. You gotta fucking pay me.
Call
it'll
it
be.
clam jam.
I call it the clam jam.
It's all
just
girls?
Nice.
So lesbians
Yeah.
or?
No, it's just a bunch of broads. It's called Girls Night Out. Every now and then they do like novelty shows and they'll put me on and they'll like, ugh.
You know when we pull up in the van outside of those comedy shows I make you go to, and we wait until the show's over to.
Yeah. Kidnap people?
Yeah.
I remember
good at that.
I got ejected. There was a group called like I forget what the group was called, but it was just like it was a bunch of broads on Facebook and they added me to it. And I had typed in, I was like, so this group is just a bunch of broads clanking around like a bunch of bitchy maracas, huh? Never heard from this administrator before in my life, but she sends me a message. Can you delete that comment? I was like, no, it's hilarious. So I got
Some
kicked
women
out
don't
of the
like being
group.
called broads.
It's a great old word, isn't it?
It's a great old
Dean
word.
used it. Frank used
Frankie and Dean used
If
it.
they
Broads,
used it, we could
clams,
use it, right?
Broads, clams. When I say clams on the West Coast, they lose their freaking mind. They're like, did you get that from Burr? I'm like, no, a clam is a broad, it's a clam, it's a snatch, it's all the same stuff.
Friggin' Clams Casino.
Do vaginas look different in California?
I don't want to look at any of them. The straightest broad ever. Where are the dicks?
There you go.
In the cop cars. Listen, thank you so much for coming up tonight. You were great.
Best Monday show ever.
It is the best ever. Thank you, John Fiore.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Another Monday night comes to a
Thank you for
close,
having
guys.
me.
You know, we always feel sad. But we're going to, nice and loud on 3 Monday, okay? And that's it. 1, 2, 3. Monday! Good job.